What's going on, guys? And welcome back to episode 4 of Hawkeye. We got a couple. I hope you guys seen the episode because what I said was right, but a lot of people were saying it, so not just me. But we kind of
Yeah.
figured that the person at the end was going to be in it, and we'll get to that in a bit. Um, so Joe Paul, I'm using a new editing software, and I guess to you guys too. I'm using another editing software for my PC, and it is
You're breaking
is
up. You're
way
breaking
more.
up a lot.
Huh?
You're breaking up a lot. I can't.
Hold up. Here, we might have to restart. Hold up. Let me stop this. So as I was saying, I got a new editing software that I'm using, and it's way more advanced than iMovie. But what we're doing, I could edit a video.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's good. Hawkeye episode 4. What'd you think of that episode? I mean, it was all right.
It was one of
wasn't
those
like
transition. It was like one of those transition episodes, like in Loki, where they were on the planet, where it was getting ready to the apocalypse. It's kind of one of those episodes, but we find out a lot of stuff in this episode, and the end fight scenes was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's really what that's really like the main good part. This is like the big part of this episode, because the rest of the episode is kind of just like it was his her dad, her, I guess, stepdad and mom were talking at the start.
Yeah.
Hawkeye tells him that he was Ronin, or tells Kate that he was Ronin, which was well, I guess she figured it out, right?
Yeah.
She figured out that he was Ronin. I mean, why was he Ronin, going around killing people? I
You
was
talking about you talking about Hawkeye?
Yeah. Or yeah.
He was going. That was during the blip. That 5 years during the blip, and he was just going around killing a lot of organized crime people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why he was Ronin.
Okay.
But, the parents, Eleanor and Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate's parents.
I don't know. Do you think the stepdad's gonna be bad?
All signs point to yes, but like, how bad is he? Is he like a top bad guy, or is he like a middle level bad guy? Well, so here's a weird thing. Like when Hawkeye was talking to his wife, Laura, he asked her to look into Kate's dad, Jack. And then like 5 seconds later, she goes back and she's like, "Oh, he's the CEO of that company, and they money launder for the bro guys,
the worst guys,
the tracksuit mafia guys, the bro guys."
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
So and he's a bad guy in the comics, but they don't always do that in the MCU.
Yeah.
So, but I'd have to, if I had to guess, I'm saying bad guy.
Yeah, I'd say so too. That sword is really cool. Hawkeye got it back. Ronin's sword. Yeah, that's a really cool sword. I like that sword because it's not realistic. Like the handle's only like this big, but then the blade that goes into it's like this big. So it's kind of cool seeing those. That's
like Shield Tech or Stark Tech or something. It's got to be, right?
Yeah. And we also see that one group that's going to be making their suits. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. They're going to be making their purple suits, like because in
the loop, what do they call them? That group of people
that
fight in the park. What were they called?
Yeah, I can't remember. Going off, we're recording this. I've only seen the episode once. I watched it like a couple hours ago, but yeah, I forgot what they were called, but they're going
to be making the suits.
Yeah,
the purple suits.
Yeah.
I wonder if we see those in the last episode.
Probably. I think there's pictures out. Isn't there like in the well, let me see. I'm gonna head to Disney Plus. I think it shows like pictures of them wearing the purple suits, which I kind of like them. Let me see. Come on, come on. We're going to the. Of course, it's not going to open. But yeah, they're wearing purple suits in like the picture when you walk. As I was saying, the purple suit. It's not. We haven't seen the purple suits yet, but we're gonna get into it. But I say we just get into the final boss fight or final fight at the end. What do you say?
Yeah, what was the? They're gonna make the people from the park are gonna make the purple suits.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
yeah,
that.
yeah. We got yeah. And
Jack's
then,
the CEO. Jack's the CEO. Laura finds out that Jack's the CEO of that Sloan Industries.
yeah.
So we're pretty sure he's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure he's a
Yeah.
bad guy. But yeah. So they're looking for it's a watch, right? Like that Rolex watch. Oh, is that what you wait? That's what you were talking about at last episode, wasn't it? With the watch? Do you remember what I'm talking about? The watch at the end.
It's
That's why they
you're
went
still
out.
breaking.
So, but you know what I'm talking about with the watch?
Yeah.
That you were talking about. Yeah. So that's what they were going to looking for.
So I got a theory on the watch.
Okay.
Well, not the watch, but yeah. So Maya's got the watch, right? And so Kate breaks into her apartment, finds it on the shelf, and she sees that piece of paper with Clint's information, all of his kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's got his kids' ages on it, right? So why is she worried about their ages? Because they were part of the blip, so they're going to be 5 years younger or 5 years, younger than everybody else, or what they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think she's trying to use that to connect him to the Ronin when he did all those crimes?
Maybe.
Connect the timeline. That's my theory on that.
Yeah,
that list was pretty creepy because she's got the kids' names on it. You know what I mean?
That's a good theory. I didn't think of that. Yeah, she might have suspicions that he's a Ronin and
right.
was dead. But yeah, we figured out that's Echo's apartment, and what was that purple stuff? Do you remember that, the purple stuff?
That was the like goo slime stuff. It's from the first episode.
Yeah, I remember. I really never understood what it was.
Yeah, I think it's just like to cover up cameras and stuff like that, or if they need to stick something to the wall. Yeah, they're pretty cool. That purple stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So someone starts attacking Hawkeye, which we know who it is, of course, and then Kate gets attacked by Echo, and what I wonder what the deal is with that watch, because it says something about the Avengers compound on it.
So Laura's really worried about the watch, Hawkeye's wife, and then maybe it's kind of weird how, like, and then she's like talking in Russian or German or something. I didn't know what language that was, but
I didn't either.
She's talking in a different language, like she's breaking out all these skills. Like all of a sudden she can research stuff really quick. Like who's she working with, or does like Hawkeye have like tech stuff at home or X shield technology at home where she can? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Are they trying to bring her in more involved besides just his wife? Do we know anything about her character?
No.
That's something to look at. But she's really concerned about the watch, and she's saying something about a tracker being in it.
Huh.
So that's
because that's how they knew where the apartment was, because of the tracker in there.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, but then it said, like I said, Avengers compound on it. So I think what it was they stole it from the Avengers compound, what the Avengers compound, when it was like, I guess it was like a raid. What was it, like a raid or something? Or was it like, was it the tower that they were talking about, or the actual, like,
they were talking they talked a little bit about both, but I think they were talking about Stark Tower. Something's going. Okay. They keep hinting at Stark Tower, but they're not like showing it, even though they're in New York.
So there's a theory on that. There's a theory on that. They're saying that Oscorp bought that Avenger or Stark Tower. So that's why that. So what I've seen so far is Hawkeye takes place 2 years after Endgame. That's what I've seen.
Okay.
And Spider-Man
Yeah,
happens.
it's pretty current. Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man happens right after Far From Home, like right after. So that's what I'm saying. They may be saying Oscorp bought that tower, and that's why they're not showing it yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and you'll or so yeah, we see Yelena in there, and
Lena,
yeah, and yeah, it was cool seeing her.
You called it, man. You called it.
Yeah. And in the comics, that's what like she's wearing that night vision mask.
Yeah, what was that was kind of cool because I don't remember seeing that in Black Widow. Did we see that in Black Widow? That costume?
We didn't. No.
Okay, so this is okay.
But yeah, in the comics, that's what she's wearing. That's why I kind of figured that was her, because in the comics, and also like on TikTok, it showed a picture of like I've seen her before wearing that on TikTok, like right when episode 3 came out, because there was like links or something. But yeah, we're like, oh, that's Yelena. And what do you know?
I was excited to see her.
Yeah, I know, I was too. Because it's so yeah, they're fighting, and I feel like they had a pretty good fight. I feel like Hawkeye should not have put up that good of a fight against her. Do you agree?
Yeah. Once I figured out it was, or once we seen that was her, because I was kind of thinking that it was her, and then it was her, and it was awesome. But yeah, I didn't think Clinton. He probably held out too long. Or no, I'm sorry. I thought she was going to kick his ass.
I thought so too.
Once we figured it out.
But I was just waiting.
Does he even know that that's Yelena?
I don't think so. I don't think he knows.
Because he said Black Widow assassin. So he doesn't even. Did he know that not Scarlett? I almost said Scarlett Johansson. Or I did say Scarlett Johansson. Does he know that's her sister?
I don't think so. At this point right now, I do not think that he knows who it is.
And she didn't even bother with Kate. She was just like, and then Kate kind of held off because, so like, why did Kate hold off too? You know what I mean?
I don't know why she didn't shoot her.
Yeah,
because
Kate held her own a little bit against Maya, the Echo character. She did pretty good. I think Maya ultimately would have kicked her ass, but she's a badass. We need to see more of her.
Who?
Maya,
yeah, definitely, because we're getting that series, right?
Right.
So
back to Yelena. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ever since the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when that Val girl recruits, she's recruiting like fake caps and stuff like that. Ever since she showed him that picture of Hawkeye, I've been excited about the series because I wanted to see how it tied together. Yeah. And now we got Yelena in Hawkeye, which we were saying back when we were doing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to see her in Hawkeye. Now we are seeing her in Hawkeye, so it's all coming forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do know one thing, that they're not like Echo and Yelena is not tied together. They're separate. They're not working together. Okay. So Yelena's on her own basically, and then over there we might still see Kingpin. We can't forget about Kingpin.
They're hitting at Kingpin an awful lot for us to not see him. But these series as these Disney Plus series have gone, usually we see the villain of the series in the series pretty early on. So I'm thinking I'm going to call out. I think it's her mom. I think it's Eleanor.
Ooh, okay.
That's just my prediction. Like the stepdad Jack, it's too obvious for me, but I think it's Laura. But she's kind of obvious too. She's hitting at some shit. She's always trying to figure out what Kate knows, and she doesn't want Kate involved. Like she knows something big is going to go down.
Yeah.
Something. She's being protective mom, but she's also trying to cover her ass too. I think. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. But yeah, that ends this episode. The really big part about this episode was that last fight. All the other stuff was, it was pretty cool, but it was the last fight that really caught her eye.
Yeah, it was like a transition episode.
Yeah.
The Hawkeye and Kate's relationship kind of develops a little bit more. Um,
Mm.
he's finally kind of like, he's like, oh, we're not partners, but he knows that they're gonna have to be, I
Yeah.
think, eventually. Even
Mhm.
though he's trying to push her away, because now that, a Black Widow assassin's involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I kind of knew that was Yelena. Or I mean, I didn't know, but I was like 90% sure that was. So I'm like,
Right.
man, do not in this episode show us that it's her before you in this
Yeah.
episode. And I'm so glad they did, because I thought for sure they were gonna be like, what it was gonna be one of those episodes where like it's mid mass takeoff or something, and they end it like one of those,
Right.
and you gotta wait a week.
Yeah, I figured it out like 2 seconds before she took her mask off. I was like, it's got to be Olena. She's too badass.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they're going to leave us a cliffhanger until next week. And then they showed it. And I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah. So I'm glad I'm glad they ended it with that. I'm glad.
It made the episode for real.
Yeah. So
But
yeah.
Laura, and I'm curious about Laura. I'm curious. I want to. Something's going on with her, man.
Yeah, Laura. But yeah.
Thanks, wife.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode. So I don't know. So it depends on how big the episode is. I definitely want to film maybe this weekend or something, like a Spider-Man episode.
Yeah.
Just talking about it. And then I definitely want to get an after reaction, like like a movie, like what we always do. And then Hawkeye's in between that. So we should get an episode on Hawkeye. Like if it's like we're trying to get an episode for Hawkeye episode 5. But yeah,
Right.
because like I'm definitely off my phone. Like on Wednesday, when it comes out in the UK, I'm not even gonna look at my phone. So that's why we should get an episode of Hawkeye episode 5. This week's gonna be big. This week's gonna be big in the podcast. We're gonna get some like this, maybe this weekend or Monday or something. I'll release Spider-Man. And then Wednesday.
Is there a final trailer? Have we seen all the trailers for Spider-Man?
I've heard there was one more, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm really excited for, man.
What more are they going to show us? I think we've seen. I mean, not a lot, but I mean, I'll take another trailer, of course.
Yeah. Have you been seeing the TV spots? TV spots offer. Oh my gosh, you gotta. So you only seen the trailer, or the both teaser, like the teaser trailer and the trailer. That's all you've seen.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
the 2 trailers. Yeah.
Go to YouTube.
I want to leave something for the movie, and if I start getting too much with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, I start.
We haven't seen anything. Yeah, we haven't seen anything about them, but it's just I would watch the TV spots because it doesn't release that much.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely after this, look up YouTube, go to YouTube and look up Spider-Man all TV spots, because it shows Green Goblin's new suit.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. It shows just like extra, like a little bit longer of the scenes that we've seen so far. So yeah, check those out. But yeah, we're gonna end it there till next week. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. You guys really like the last
TikTok.
episode. Yeah. Oh yeah. Follow us on TikTok. D&J Podcast is the same thing. And you guys really like the last episode, so make sure you support this one too, like you did last one, because that one's still climbing.
We got almost 60 views on that one.
I know. Yeah, it's awesome. Crazy. But yeah, we'll see you guys for Spider-Man.
Yes.